All right, we're rolling.
Hey, one Robert Long.
You want to introduce yourself?
What's up? I'm not Robert Long.
No, that's me.
I am Judd Johnson. How do I know Rob? I know Rob from a couple years back, 2 or 3 times 10.
2 or 3 times 10.
Yeah.
So you know me from 20 to 30 years ago.
20, right around there. He actually got me into improv here in Bakersfield. And it was one of those moments. It was like, hey, I have nothing to do, and this guy was like, why don't you come hang out with us? I can see a little talent. Well, I've been doing it ever since. So.
And that was what, 90?
Oh shit! Or crap.
You can say shit. It's fine.
Oh shit. Yeah, easily 90.
Had to be like 96.
No, yeah, it was
Earlier than that?
Yeah, it was earlier. It wasn't. It was before I graduated. I was still in high school.
It's South.
Yeah, I was in high school.
So you were in the same class with like Ryan Miller.
Yeah, I was in high school. So I was like junior, senior. So
Yeah. Early 90s.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
92, 93.
Gotcha. Crazy, right?
Yeah, it's awful. I don't want to think about that right now. Don't
Okay.
think of dates.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's where I know Rob. Rob's been sort of that kind of sort of influence in my life in that way. Doesn't know it as much as he, but those kinds of sort of little, arrows that point you in certain directions that sort of, spin the ball in the way it needs to be. I was running around doing. I thought I was funny in my head. I don't know if I was really funny, but I thought I was funny. But whatever, it's all good. But that sort of gave me some direction, and in that is where I knew where I needed to be. So now I'm a professor of theater and performance and acting. After now 20 years, I'm going to a new university, going to Wayne State.
I thought you didn't want to talk about that.
I don't, but by the time everybody gets this, that'll be all.
Okay.
It'll be good.
Because I'm going to publish it to like my YouTube channel.
When?
Tonight. Tomorrow. I'll let you have approval over it before it goes public, though. So.
But yeah. So now I've been teaching at the university level for some time now, which is great. I love it. Love what I do. I enjoy my work. I've been in and out of Hollywood and TV, film world land. I'm probably at 19 now. I think 19 national commercials, so that's good.
Wow.
19, I know, right?
I did not realize your resume was that deep.
19. I'm at 19. I just did.
Can you list Can you list the places you've done commercials for?
Yeah, Marriott. I just did one for Marriott. 2 for Marriott actually. We did the local. We did the U.S. and then international. So that was the international version. We couldn't use alcohol. We had to use phones.
You drank phones? You drank phones?
Yeah. Yeah, we took iPhones and hey, let's take pictures. Instead, we were doing anyway. So Marriott, I did one for Apple last year. I wasn't supposed to talk about it, but whatever. They're up to me. Apple, they have $1 trillion, so you know what? Yeah, they have $1 trillion. They're not suing me for my little $18. That's all I'm gonna get. Yeah, Apple.
You did a Target spot, right?
I did 7 for Target.
7 for Target?
I did 7 for Target actually. That was huge because Target was interesting because they called when I was there in Minneapolis, shot it at the motherland, at the Target motherland, where they,
Is that where Target's corporate office is? Minneapolis?
In Minneapolis, they had a big old, big ass studio right over there. They pulled me out of the studio in between shooting one day, and they took me up to the big old top floor and said, "Hey, let's do some interviews." And sat down with about 4 or 5 people. They interviewed me for a little bit. So I called my agent after. I was like, "Why did they interview you?" Because they were thinking about turning this into a thing. I was like, "Oh, like a
campaign,
like a Target guy." Yeah, they didn't do it, but it would have been nice if they would.
You did a spot for Verizon, though, right?
I did a.
So you were almost the "Can you hear me now" guy, but for Target.
Yeah, I would have been that guy. Except that commercial it aired, but I never saw it. No one ever gave me anything. I got a check for it, but I never saw anything. It was all green screen, everything. So I didn't know. It was all special effects everywhere on that one. It was Target, Verizon, Southwest Airlines. I did Dunkin' Donuts. I did 2 for Dunkin' Donuts. What else?
You just have it, Judd. You just have it.
No, I just literally just go and show up. That's pretty much all I did. I didn't do anything special. I would love to say that my acting skills are so amazing that everyone would know.
So what do you attribute it to?
I stopped getting nervous.
Yeah?
That's it. That's literally it.
You stop getting nervous and that makes you more bookable.
That's it. I did, yeah, exactly. I just in front of the camera and just did it.
Is it fair to say it's kind of running out of fucks to give? Is that a decent way to put
That's
it?
pretty fair to say. Yeah, I stopped giving a shit. That's pretty much the moment I stopped making it importance in terms of, how important it was and expectations, and I put that thing way up here, and I just shot the expectation down there. Because I think the more you book and realize there's money and it's going to come, it's going to go away, you're going to be broke in about 2 weeks anyway.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right.
Do you know that very issue right there, that is the biggest thing I struggle with as a performer, is the idea that this one, whichever one it is so important and has so much. I mean, it killed me in LA. It's the source of a lot of my anxiety as a performer, that this one is so important that I have to nail it.
Well, there's a sort of a nice positive end on that. It gives you a sense of your work ethic and the interest in the time that you put in it. Like if I put as much time in my commercial work as I did like that, let's say I put in a one-man show or I'm doing a place. If I put that kind of time and energy in that, I would book. I might book more, but on the other hand, expectation is it's way up here. Because people go on those auditions and you don't understand. They're not very good. They're not.
You sure you want to say that in public?
I do. I'll say that. Like, all these auditions, some are great. Danzo, Jocko, Lamar, all you guys. Hey, y'all are great. But everybody else, those guys. There are a lot of guys, a lot of people who aren't very good. They just know how to just be. I did a spot for 2 spots for Jiffy Lube. I had the Jiffy Lube. People thought I worked at Jiffy Lube. Now I put it on my Instagram. I put the Jiffy Lube out, but it was the shoot. And the guy that booked, he had the lead in that. That dude was the most boring guy in the history of the world. I said it. I'm sorry. You were boring when I met you. If you see this, you were boring when I met you. You're probably a fantastic guy that's booking everywhere. But at that moment, I thought he was chill. He wasn't like, there's nothing charismatic or huge or big. It was just that he was just a, everyday guy. And he walked in, he did it, they booked him. Just like that. Well, shit, there it is. That's what happened. So I think that's really what it is. The it, to me, was just not getting nervous. The moment I stopped getting nervous, I just said, just do it, leave, go home. Yeah.
Wow.
I hate to say that. I mean, that's really sort of am I oversimplifying it?
I don't think so. I think there's something profound in the way you're putting it. Because I'm going to take what you're saying right now, which is kind of the culmination. I mean, we just got done having dinner, drinks, conversation for long, and I got a lot out of that conversation.
Yeah. Oh, well, I'm going to write shit now.
There you go. So the dovetail to everything you're saying right now, along with the stuff that I've been exploring and that other people are saying, it's going to show up on Wednesday. And we're going to see how that set goes, because I'm going to try to apply that ethic and that mindset to what I do on Wednesday. And it will be another step in the process, and we'll see how that goes.
I think you become more yourself. I think you're able now to free yourself to be you.
Yeah.
More when there's not so much of this in the way. And when all that gets in the way, expectation and this and how good, how funny, or all that gets in the way of it, it hides you back here from being the part that's the best part, So I think that's what it was. Thinking about it, I just thought of that right now. I have not even thought about that at all once, not even first time.
We discovered something.
I think just the moment that I've stopped putting all that on all those expectations on myself, I think I end up making things a little more difficult.
I don't smoke.
No,
sorry.
Sorry about that. But yeah, I think the moment that I stopped doing that is when I started to let myself be myself more. That's what people enjoy. That they enjoy an authentic version. Instead of the one that's over prepared, and I can do that easy. I can over prepare all day. I mean, I can sit down and practice. Got all this, then I've done.
You realize how full circle that just brought our conversation. The very first thing we talked about earlier tonight was Avengers.
Oh, okay.
And you just said, I can do that all day.
I can do this all day. I know.
No, but the statement about authenticity, that means a lot.
Yeah. It's a place. It's a place where you can be where you can you know, I can screw up badly, but if I'm my authentic me, people are more willing to forgive that. I'm talking about like on stage and when I'm acting, when I'm when I'm auditioning, I can mess up, but if I'm just being me and I mess up, it's much more willing. People are more willing to forgive that because it's honest. You see, I think it's the happy accidents in a piece. You do something and it's an accident. You're like, oh shit, I effed it up. Oh well, my bad. And then people enjoy that because it's you being more authentic. And so Michael Chekhov calls it with the feeling of beauty. And feeling of beauty is that sense of it's so raw and authentic. It is what's beautiful. What's beautiful isn't the flower because this is beautiful. The feeling of beauty is in its authentic form. That's what's beautiful. Basically, a Kardashian is not the feeling of beauty. She is not.
All right, now roll the beat you're in right now into talking about my trip.
Okay, so the trip.
Because you're rolling. I don't really want to redirect or interrupt. Just keep going, but shift direction
so
a little bit.
I was going through the Facebook and realized that these have this wonderful tour that he's doing, which I'm going to do at some point. I just thought he had an RV or something. I was like, he's just going to hotels and buying shit. So
I would get an RV, but I don't want to drive it.
It's true. That's a good point. They're big and they're awkward and cost too much gas. But anyway, so it's something I really want to do already, so I was kind of interested already with that. I love that idea. Then hitting these really key important spots. There's some spots that you go to and you don't realize how dope they are until you go and you see it and you're like, man, that's dope. I think you've had a lot more than I have the last 2 weeks, so I appreciate that.
You were saying the Grand Canyon had that effect on you.
Yeah, no, I was going to go. I ended up going with my girlfriend at the time, and then we went, and I was like, I don't really give a shit. I'm not going to go. You know what? We went. Loved every second of it. So that's kind of what you kind of get out of that, which is great. I want to have more of those experiences. There's little holes, little spots that you could hit and go, that's dope. So I appreciate that very much, which gives me more motivation to do that. I'm going to do more at some point.
Sweet. I highly recommend the river rafting I did.
Yeah.
And I went on Salt River, but I think there's a ton of those kind of trips.
Yeah.
Salt River was class 3 up to barely class 4.
Okay.
And it's not dangerous. I mean,
it's class 4 sounds dangerous.
No, class 5 gets dangerous. Class 6 is the
so out of 10.
No, it just goes up to 5 or 6. But 3 is pretty normal.
I don't mind. Just saying, black people, we don't do the rafting. We don't do all that.
Don't get stereotypically racist. No.
We just don't do all this shit.
You get a life jacket.
A life jacket? We don't believe in life jackets. We don't trust them enough.
Okay, well, I gotta say, I'm gonna say the dopest thing I've done, so both you and my son can make fun of me.
Yes.
I gotta say, Meow Wolf was amazing. Meow Wolf is an art installation in Santa Fe that George R.R. Martin paid $2.7 million to convert a bowling alley, and it's this.
And it's called Meow Wolf?
Yeah, and they're about to open one in Las Vegas, and next year I believe they're opening one in Denver. But every room in it is a separate art installation. Mm-hmm. So you could just enjoy every room as an art installation, but you can also look for the story that's embedded in the place that you have to find by examining it closely.
And George R.R. Martin. So Martin,
he put money into it. Yeah. He's not the artist.
But his investment,
Yes.
He got his hand in that.
Yeah. That Meow Wolf was crazy good.
See, that's something that you would only have to drive by and go, oh shit, let me see. I wouldn't have been like, hey, let's go to Meow Wolf.
No, I was like, I'm in Santa Fe, what should I do? And a dozen people went, go to Meow Wolf. If I was there, I would meet you there. Wow. And I was like, what is this? And then I went, and it was like $30 a person, and I spent 6 hours there.
Holy hell. All right, I'll go. So we'll do that one. We might do that this summer. So yeah, I appreciate that. I did enjoy. I watched one of your stand-up bits, not all of them. Time, but enjoyed it. But I thought in my mind, I was like, okay, what can I do? And I think that was the point for me, a point of growth for me, watching that. So I try to find something, a little nugget here and there. Anything I read or watch, whatever. Try to find a little something. I want to learn something on Facebook or Instagram. I want to. But for me, it was how would I do what he's doing? I would tell you, as much as I would think stand-up does terrify me, it kind of does, just because, even though I probably do it in my classes all the time. But the thing I think is that getting up with the expectation of knowing make me laugh. Like, make me laugh right now.
Yeah.
Make me. That expectation right there is like, shit. That goes against everything I just said, right? The whole expectation, it goes against everything with it. So I think that's what, for me, is the real pull.
Okay, so what if I told you that I'm almost positive that the key to it is what you said earlier about being your authentic self.
Yeah.
The mindset you get into when you do commercial auditions is exactly what you need when you face that go ahead, make me laugh attitude of the audience. It's fuck it, I'm going to be me.
That's it. Yeah, you like it, you don't.
Yeah.
I got to grow to that. I got to get to that. I'm going to have to grow to that point.
So do I, yeah.
I got to grow to that. Yeah, I mean, it took some time to get to that with the audition prospect. I was doing, at one point, maybe 70, 80 auditions a year. I was doing at least one a week. Yeah, maybe one a week.
Can I have your agent?
Years. You know, really, some of it was him. Most of it was them. But some of it was me too. You know.
Okay.
But yeah, because going in and talking to casting and going, hey, I booked last year with you. Here's some flowers, and then that automatically they would. Yeah, it's called just
it's relationships.
Yeah, it's building relationships.
I'm not good at that.
Yeah, I just walked by. I was like, you know what? Went to the Ralphs. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Booked with you last year. Yeah.
Yep. That makes total sense.
So I did that a few times. It's worked. I went in, booked again. So that helps. What else? Yeah, so that I enjoyed that, and that I think is, to me, you know, especially for someone who I enjoy talking in front of people, enjoy being out in front of folks, is just the sitting down, writing, and putting down some materials. Now I talk about preparing and over preparing with stand up. I'm going to over prepare, and now I'm going to write something and over prepare it, and then tear it all down, and then just go out and do it. So I think I'm going to do it one day. I need a couple of years or so ish, and that's what we're going to do. I'm going to try it.
Cool.
I'm going to try it at some point.
So did you say earlier where you're going to wind up? Like later this year, where you're going?
I feel like later this year, I'm gonna probably be I'll be in Detroit at some point. So I don't mind telling that I'll be in Detroit.
Because I wanted to say, make sure you connect with the Detroit Creativity Project.
Yes, Creativity Project. I've heard about them. I didn't hear about it until you said the name and then told me that. Yeah, the Key. He's a part of Keegan Michael. That he's a part of that project. So that's me. When I read about it, I was like, hey, maybe I should. This is sort of the universe trying to tell me something. You know.
I ran into Keegan-Michael Key backstage at IO West and had one of my starstruck moments. I was standing literally this close to him, eye contact, couldn't say a word. He just stared at me, and I couldn't. I had no idea. Yeah, felt like an idiot.
Love your work.
Did the same thing to Mark Evan Jackson in the bar at IO West.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah. Yeah, I was sitting across the bar. He was staring at me. I was staring at him. Wait, maybe I hit on Mark Evan Jackson without knowing it.
Maybe you think you're hitting on him, staring at him like that. They're probably like, "What you all right? You?"
Oops.
Mark, if
I'm sorry, Mark Evan Jackson.
If you're listening.
I love you on both Brooklyn Nine-Nine and I just said I loved him and Good Place. Both of those are wonderful.
Yeah. And by love, he means like you don't.
I admire your work.
There you go.
In a purely platonic way.
100%.
Yeah, look up the Detroit Creativity Project. They're doing improv with inner city youth in Detroit, and
Detroit's a beautiful city. I'm excited. I'm excited for what that stage of my life is going to be. So part of the conversation we had earlier was new stages, new steps, new direction, and not being afraid of those steps, new directions. Change is huge. It's the only consistent thing that happens. Change, right? And we hear that. It's very cliche. I get it, but.
But it's a recurrent theme. It keeps coming up. The only constant is change.
It's just change. So, and change is difficult because it is not. It's not. You're like, I'm comfortable. The moment you get comfortable, it's like change, and you're like, wait, readjust, fix. So it could be pretty challenging. You can try to figure out a way to keep your head about you the whole time you're doing it. Be yourself, keep going, but it's change.
Yep.
I'm learning that in my own pace, in my own space, and obviously, you're taking that with you too. So yeah, there you go. What do you got, man?
Anything you want to say in closing?
I'm happy that I know you. It's good. I feel like this is not a goodbye. I feel like this is a hello. And
That feeling is mutual.
good. And then let's keep doing this. Keep hanging out. Let's do another interview some point in time in the future, whatever. Come to
Likewise.
Detroit.
Yep.
At some point. You need to come out to Detroit and hang out with me. By the way, you didn't know this. Detroit is 80% black. I've never been in an environment that was 80% black. I'm so excited. Anyway.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing your
Detroit
campus.
proper. I know. That is dope. Because it's Wayne State. And all the Batman references are true.
I'm so excited for that.
It's pretty dope. It does like Detroit looks like Gotham City. In fact, that's where they filmed all the Justice League movies.
Wow.
But yeah, I've never been invited. But that's Detroit proper. There's about 70% black. All the suburbs are all white, so it's actually pretty diverse. It's a well diverse city. It's nice. I love it. I enjoy it. So yeah, I'm excited for that. In the meantime, thank you, Robert Long.
Thank you, Judd Johnson.
Yes, sir.
Say goodnight, Judd.
Good night, Judd.
Yes.